Hi to all the business owners, entrepreneurs out there. I hope you're well, staying safe, staying home during lockdown. I know it's tough for many of us as business owners. We're facing huge losses of income, cancellation of contracts, postponements. But in this video, I want to focus on three things or mention three solutions or tips that you can use to help you navigate your way through this difficult time of this crisis. And I'm not speaking from a point of view that I've solved it. I'm going through exactly what you're going through as business owners. Yes, there's those SMSs coming through, those emails coming through saying that you have late payments, and you're trying to figure out how do you generate income to keep your business going. So these three tips, I'm going to mention them in order of the ones that I least like to the ones that you actually have full control over. So the first one is funding. Now, if you look at the entire landscape in South Africa at the moment, there are so many different types of funds out there that are advertised. They sound good on paper, and when you read up about them, but I think the important part is that as a business owner, you need to first find out what the requirements for that funding are. And in my specific case, my business is just approaching 12 months of operating now. I'm not a business that qualifies for that kind of funding. So for you to find out what the requirements are, I would suggest the first site you can go to is Business Partners. They are extremely clear on the criteria that they're using for you to apply for funding. Unfortunately, at the moment, the funding is closed. That's right, there's a temporary closure on the funding because there's too many applications. So what you can do is you can register, but you can also go to Business Partners website, and there's two options: sole proprietors, and then there's CCs and PTYs and trust. If you go and you click on the requirements, there's an entire list showing you what kind of business qualifies for this funding. And generally, I've worked in the bank before, and if I look at the requirements, they're quite similar to applying for funding when you were or pre-lockdown. So in other words, when you're applying for funding before lockdown, personally, just my opinion, I think the requirements are too strict, but it's up to you to decide. If your business is operating for over 24 months, you are registered for UIF and all your compliance is in order, I would say register, because out of the applications that are currently there, not all of those guys would be successful, and they may open up a second round of applications for funding. I don't like the word funding. I think we should just say business loan. So when you are applying for funding, remember this is a loan. When it comes to the Sukuma Relief Fund, there is a grant portion available of 25,000 Rand, but on condition that you apply for the loan. So you cannot just decide you want the grant without getting the loan. So what I would advise you, if your business does qualify, then apply for it. When it comes to the SME portal from government, there are applications on the website. If you get to the website, as you can see, this is a database, so you need to put your information first to kind of register, but the actual application form needs to be downloaded so that you can apply. I think I've said enough on the funding. The major point is check to see if you qualify for the funding. I think there is a huge gap in the market for businesses that are only operating for a year or under 2 years that need support. And I'm hoping that more funders come out there to offer some support. Also keep your eye on Facebook. Facebook has got some grants that may come to South Africa. I know they've launched in the US, and we as business owners are hoping that the Facebook grants come to South Africa as well, where you can apply for some kind of relief. We're not sure exactly how it will work at the moment. The second one that you have more control over, and I think this one is quite important. As business owners, we have skills. So whether you were a marketing professional, an engineer, whatever you were doing before, there's a lot of opportunities online. And it's maybe time, if your clients have stopped getting work and your business is slowing down, to use your skills on freelancing. So there are so many freelancing sites out there. Just going to Google and search for freelancing work. There are two that I will mention here. The one is called Upwork, where you can register and people can find you to do some freelance work. So whether you are a writer, editor, graphic designer, look for opportunities and register maybe on Upwork. There's another one called No Sweat Work. Also, I'll leave links to these in the description of this video so you can go and register. I think the way society and the world is going now is that we need to start looking at what can we do online? How can I use my skills to generate an income? Because while you have a loss of income, the debt that you have, whether it's a car payment, whether it's medical aid, whether it's just your utilities, food, your rates and electricity, those expenses remain. And for businesses that have been operating for many years, you may have cash reserves. But as a smaller business owner, many of us face a situation where we have not yet built up huge cash reserves and we're having major cash flow issues at the moment. So try and use your skills to freelance what you can do to generate an income. The other thing you can do is, if you are facing financial problems, is maybe contact a company that deals with debt and financial issues and find out how do you manage it. Do you take payment holidays? Do you need to get debt counseling services to help you get out of that? I will also leave a link in the comments at the bottom for companies that you can approach to maybe help you with some financial relief as well. These are services of other companies, so maybe that's another option you can consider. And then finally, the most important one I think that many business owners do have control over, and that is getting online. Now, when I say get online, I do not mean that you need to be on all social media platforms, that you need to start a website immediately, although I would recommend that. I think that as business owners, we definitely can do a few things that we have control over, which is number one, you can open up a Facebook page for your business. You can get onto Instagram. You can get onto TikTok. You can open up a LinkedIn profile. You can open up a Facebook shop. And these are free things that you can do. Maybe your clients are not available for you to see every day now, but you can have online meetings. You can use software like Squid Hub. You can use your phone. Your phone is a very important tool. You can use services like WhatsApp to keep communicating with your clients, to maybe market your services, tell people what you do. So out of these three, I would say the top one for me is try and get online. Even if you start off with one platform, for example, maybe just open up your Facebook business page, start sharing your business story, start telling clients you are open for business, that you can deliver if they need deliveries in the guidelines of essential services and things that government has put in place. But you can go online, you can share your story, you can hopefully get some new clients online just by sharing your services and your products. And that's the last one. I hope that if you are having challenges, you are really considering one of these three steps, if not all three. If you do need help and you're not sure about how to get started online, or you're having challenges, please connect with us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, send us an email, and maybe we can find a way to kind of see how we can help you, set up a consultation with you to take the first steps just to get online, because the world is about to change in the next few months. Most businesses that can do something online are going to be online. So we also have a resources page on our website. Visit that resources page. There's some tools and tips that you can use to help you on getting your business online. And I wish you all the best. Stay strong and keep working on your business. Innovate, experiment, and keep moving forward.